Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. It is a beautiful day right now. It's still early, 11 o'clock in the morning. Chris has gone out to breakfast and fishing with his younger brother, and it's just us girls here. We watched some TV this morning, and Lila opted to stay inside and clean the inside of the house, and me and Molly, you'll see her over there, she is picking dandelions. The dandelions came overnight, so we're gonna harvest some dandelions and then we're gonna get this yard ready for go time. So what the plan today is this front bed was a flower bed. It will no longer be a flower bed, unfortunately. I loved having the flowers there every year. It looked beautiful, but that is where I'm growing my cucumbers in hopes that the squash bugs do not find them. So I'm going to prepare that soil, get it ready. It looks pretty good, not too many weeds. So we're gonna prepare that. And then Miles doing the dandelions. I'll probably run the lawnmower. Me and Molly just brought it up here. It needed some air in the tire, so we filled that up. It is so nice out. After the dandelions, I will take you out back and show you what we're doing. I got some ground cover and I'm gonna put it on that hill because that is something that we struggle with every year, is that dreaded hill. I'm not sure if it's flowers or a weed that constantly grows back. And I mean, we've put layers and layers of mulch there, and this, whatever it is, continues to grow back every year. And I'm over it. So we're gonna put ground cover down and hopefully this will not be a problem in years to come. The dogs are outside. We got all my bird feeders there. Chris and I actually got a new toy last week. Last weekend, the weather was kind of shitty. And I've been wanting one of these. Let me pull it out of the garage here. Let me show you what we got. So we picked up this electric pressure washer from Simpson, 2300 PSI, 1.2 gallons per minute. And Chris nor I have used a pressure washer before, but there were a few things around here that we needed to have cleaned. So there were a couple different options Tractor Supply had. This one was the least expensive. It had really good reviews and we didn't need to do anything major with it. So us being inexperienced, we figured we'll take a gamble. We'll try the inexpensive one, and if it really works out in the long run, you know, next year or the year after, then we can jump up to the bigger ones, the gas powered ones. This one is electric. So far, we used it around the trim on our garage because we had to paint that for the inspection, and we used it on my bird feeders just being left out over the winter. They kind of developed just some funk and some of the tops had like black mold. So we did that and he washed the cars and it did a fantastic job. If I remember, I will find something to pressure wash. I'm constantly walking around the Homestead and I'm like, ooh, we can pressure wash that. Ooh, we can pressure wash that. So if I think about it when Chris gets home later, I'm not 100% sure how to set it up, but I'll see if we can't pressure wash and kind of give you guys a little review on it. But for what we used it for, the garage and the bird feeders and the cars, it did a fantastic job for the money. We are very happy with it. So I am gonna put my camera down. Look at this green grass finally. Oh my gosh. How's it going?
Good. I'm getting bees.
Bees? She's getting bees. So I'm gonna go help her finish picking the dandelions, and we'll just hang out with us over the course of the day and we'll show you what we got going on around here. So I got the side yard cut. It looks so good. Our neighbor is in the process of cleaning up his yard and house to sell it, and that is his car. Yes, that is technically our property, but it's been there for 5 years. So our lilacs are looking nice, like they're gonna get ready to bloom. Molly is taking her sweet ass time picking dandelions. She's like, nobody's helping me. I'm like, you're literally outside picking flowers. So now I am going to rake up this front bed and get some of the weeds out of there and put some fresh soil down there, and we should be good to go out front here. So I had a good idea. I kind of raked up the surface of this bed, and then our solo girl, I had Mal put her in there. And let me tell you, that soil that's in there might be better than what is in my garden. So she is going to find all of the goodies, and hopefully she stays in there for a while. I kind of sat down, and that was a bad idea. Like you saw, I brought the girls out, the littles, and I just kind of been sitting here, me and Molly, for like 45 minutes now. But it's lunchtime. We're gonna go eat some lunch and get back to work. By then Chris will be home and he can help. So the girls have been out here for 5 hours, and they have done such a good job. So the temperature is still really nice out. They're in the shade, but they're not showing any signs that they're cold. They're still scratching around, living their best chicken life. Let's take a walk to the backyard, and I'll show you what Chris and I did. Mainly Chris, but you know. So as we're on our way to the backyard, I wanted to show you. I did indeed bust out the pressure washer. Let me show you what I did. This is our propane tank, and I couldn't get to the back of it, but that is what all of it looked like. Look how freaking good that looks. And then I also did under here on our garage, and then this side of the garage, and it looks really, really good. Let's continue our journey to the backyard. Take a walk with me. So we stuck 3 rows of the ground cover on this hill, and 2 rows here. This brush line used to come all the way here. Last year we trimmed it back some and was able to fence in the garden. You'll see we have a lot of raspberry bushes still back here. But even back here, it was all brush. There's OG lady. We ran out of staples, and we have to do 1 row here. These are going to go in the garbage, but I think it looks pretty good. Let's go in the greenhouse and see what's going on in here. Not much. Look, empty trays, soil. More empty trays. Salad greens are growing. This is the only thing that I am growing in the greenhouse right now. So I started some stuff in the greenhouse. Geez, had to be 3 weeks ago. And I came in last week, and all of the cells were like dug up. So I said to my friends, what could have done that? And they said a mouse. So, not cool. One good thing is I have plant starts at the shop started. Oh my gosh, look at, that's like my favorite view, and my grass looks so freaking green. When it's really, really tall, oh my gosh, I just love our backyard so flippin' much. And let me show you what else we did. Not today, but last weekend. So if you'll remember in my other video, I said how we needed to fix the trim on the garage for the home inspection. Well, I text the guy and say, hey, the garage is done. Can you come out and take a look at it? He says, the green shed too? And we're like, we only heard the garage. So the weather was kind of crappy last week, but we were able, let me just show you because it looks so good. We replaced this panel of plywood and then the one on the other side. And we had to scrape the paint because of chipped paint. You know, kids can eat paint. And then we painted the whole thing. I mean, it just looks fantastic. And half of the shit in here is not even ours. And then this side, there's so much. Look at all of this. All of this was against this green shed. The only thing in this pile that's ours is the pallets and the lattice. We had no idea. We don't use this part of our yard because it's just kind of like the corner and it just goes over into the culvert. There's a lot of shit over there. And I mean, it's all garbage. Like I said, those are pallets. Chris was going to build my compost bin, but then we got that. So we'll probably just have a big bonfire after the burn ban is lifted. There's just all kinds of stuff over there. And when we went behind the garage to paint it, I'm like, this is the first time I've been behind the garage in the 5 years that we've lived here. But there's just, it's like they just threw everything back there. And like I said, there is a little culvert there. But between our landlord and then our neighbor, it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, this is your property. Take pride in your property. So, the first thing that's going to happen when we buy this house is we're getting a dumpster. And let me tell you, everything is going in the garbage. Because, and then, like I said, that's our neighbor's car. Oh, it just looks junky, especially when the front yard and the backyard just look so good. So we're waiting on the okay for that. Chris is actually up here fixing a, what would you call that?
Mini tiller.
A mini tiller. I got that. I traded a dude down the road some basil plants for his wife for this little mini tiller. Yep, I traded basil plants and I got his wife. So Chris got some fuel line to repair that. And that's all we're doing. But primarily we've just been out here sitting watching the chickens. Yeah, they're probably wondering, but because we've been in our driveway the most of the day. I mean, the stuff that we did took maybe a couple of hours. So we've been sitting here longer than we've been actually doing work around the house. But it's just so nice. I cannot wait for the day that I can say it's so nice to sit in our driveway. Yes, it's ours right now, but until everything goes through, I don't want to believe it. So until the deal is sealed, did you see that bug? Until the deal is sealed, I don't trust it. So thanks for checking out our video and seeing what we're doing today. Tomorrow's supposed to be kind of shitty weather, but I am fine. That couch is calling my name. I need to figure out what we're gonna do for dinner, and maybe Molly can cook for us.
Oh man.
She's actually been out here with us all day. She's got a blanket out, she's got her books, she had some sidewalk chalk out. Lila was in the house cleaning, so smells nice and clean in there. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.